Hello, my darlings. Right, immediately need to do my little remote control and work out. Right, my darlings, it's Miranda here for my new and exciting and very, very pumped series all about money mindset. We are going to break our lizard brains so hard in 2020 that we're all going to be gazillionaires by the time of 2020, or at the very least, we are going to have laid the foundation for becoming zillionaires. By the end of 2020, if you engage with me, if you come along for the ride, and you implement, I promise you that you will go, whoa, wow, I didn't know I could actually not offer a discount every single treatment. Or, oh wow, actually, I feel like I might deserve this money that I'm being given. Oh wow, it's not dirty. And oh wow, I can actually get some of it. Money is not scarce. Oh, yes. Let me give me a 1 if you are up for a bit of those kinds of thoughts instead of all the other bad money mindset thoughts that we have right now. Come on. I'm on a mission to smash all of our public sector brains so that we become proper private sector people who, no, let's not talk in terms of labels. We are whoever we want to be. It's not about us. It's nothing fundamental within our bones. It's about our behaviors. So all of our behaviors, if we're going to smash this money mindset, needs to reflect. And this is my key point. I'm just going to give it to you straight away. I'm going to give you my key point straight away from this live. Your business needs to be respected. And I promise you that if you are not doing your accounts, if you are leaving everything to the last minute, if you fail to write down your outgoings and your incomings, if you really don't know whether you're making a profit, then that is not respecting your business. And your business is like your house, or your business is like your friendships, or your business is like your intimate relationship with your partner. It needs to be respected. It needs to be honored and blessed and invested in. And that is what we're going to do when we implement what we learn from this live. So I need to get a commitment from you guys, because do you know what? I think that if you, 24 people who are watching this now, actually the title that I gave this Facebook Live is not all that sexy. It's like, oh God, accounts. And, you know, last week it was something like, I put the word rich in it, I think. And so the people who turned up last week, respect you as well. But for those people who are turning up this week, especially if you turned up to both, can we just give yourself a pat on the back for turning up to a Facebook Live about accounts? And if you are, in fact, everyone, I want everyone to raise your hand up now. Raise your hand up, everyone, do it at home. Raise your hand up. If your partner's watching, say, yeah, I'm doing this. Miranda told me to do this. Raise your hand up, okay? If you do this, you'll become rich. Okay, raise your hand up. And I want you to lean back a little bit. I want you to raise your arm down like that. And then I want you to pat yourself on the back. Pat yourself on the back for turning up to a Facebook Live on a Thursday night at 9:30 or whatever it is, all about accounts and about respecting your business, because that's what this is going to enable you to do. So well done for coming. Drop me a 1 if you're up for it. And now, I would like to get a commitment from you guys. I would like to have a commitment that if you agree with what I'm saying in the next half an hour or whatever, that if you're an independent person, I want you to process what I'm saying. And if you agree with it, I would like you to commit to me now that by the end of this Facebook Live, you will do the tasks that I'm going to suggest. I'm going to suggest 2 itsy-bitsy tiny little tasks that are not scary and that you can do. But I want you to make the commitment to me now that I'm going to invest this half an hour now in you guys, because I'm on a mission to smash your money mindsets. And I want you to commit now to me with a number, drop me a number 3 below. I want you to commit that if you agree with what I'm saying, that you will then actually do the little tasks at the end, okay? I promise you it's nothing weird. You don't have to do a power pose in the middle of Piccadilly Gardens or anything like that. But please drop me a 3 if you are ready to commit to these small little actions that I'm gonna give you at the end. And I'm not gonna proceed until I've had 5 3s. I want 5 threes. I'm just gonna wait. I want 5 people, of you 33 people, to drop me a 3 or any kind of emoji and tell me that you are willing to do these small little tasks that I'm going to suggest at the end of this live. Because if you can actually take action, if you can actually take action, then you are respecting your business. If you can actually, they're coming in now. If you can actually do these small little things, then you are essentially blessing your business, and you're actually saying, do you know what? This thing that I've already invested a shit ton of money in, this thing that I've already invested so much heart and actually quite a lot of pain as well, this thing is worth me going the extra step. This thing is worth me spring cleaning. This thing is worth me actually being a good, what would you call it? It's like husbandry, isn't it? Like that's that term. I forgot what the term is, but it's about actually being a good caretaker of your business. Okay, I've had my 5. I will proceed. Okay, so this live is going to break down into 2 sections. The first section is just going to be relatively short, and it's going to be about why. Why the frig are you avoiding your accounts? Why the frig do you not know whether you're in profit? Why the frig are you really scared of even opening up your emails from your accountant, or you don't have an accountant? It's okay not to have an accountant, but it's not okay if you're avoiding even finding out whether an accountant would be good for you. So I'm going to do that kind of explanation because clearly we can't progress unless we understand what's going on with the lizard brain. And then secondly, we're going to talk practicalities. Now, I'm not going to give you a lecture on accounts. So if anyone's watching this and they would like super practical information about, like becoming a sole trader or a limited company, by the way, the answer as to whether or not you should become a sole trader or a limited company is that and everyone should be something. If you've made over the threshold of the amount, is it 3 grand you have to make or 1 grand? Then after that, you need to become one or other of a sole trader or a limited company, but it's usually a sole trader because you should only become a limited company at the point at which it becomes advantageous for you tax-wise, and an accountant will tell you that. So just don't worry about it, just become a sole trader, that's fine. And then when I think for us, it was about when we were making about 20 grand, that is in turnover, the money that you get into your account. Then we became a limited company, but that was a long time ago, so don't take my advice. But the point is, I'm not going to talk about those kinds of things. I'm just going to give you the mindset kick in the ass that you need. And the way I'm going to do that in the second half of this Facebook Live is I'm going to give you 2 small, teeny tiny little exercises that we will do together in a challenge. I'm going to call it the Business Respect Challenge. So for January, we're going to have a Business Respect Challenge, and we're all going to do it together. I've already started doing it. Actually, not about it's to do with my journal. You need a piece of paper or a journal. And I've already started doing it for my personal finances. So we're going to do that together. It's super easy. It's nothing to be scared about. And it will allow you to break down your money mindset. So if you are up for it, then let us proceed. Okay, right. So here we go. The very first Facebook Live that I ever did into this group was all about procrastination. And the reason I feel so incredibly strongly about procrastination, which is what you are doing when you are not filling in your accounts, you're not checking your income and your outgoings. The reason I feel so strongly about procrastination is because basically I procrastinated my way into depression. I know that now. It took me a while to work it out, but I know that now. In 2016, I won't go into all the details, and it actually wasn't about accounts, but I didn't step up as a leader at Skin Viva, and I procrastinated doing the kinds of things that I needed to do in order to be the best leader I needed to be for my colleagues. And that meant that I witnessed my own lack of personal power. And so when you don't take the actions in the areas you know you need to take the actions, because we all know we ain't thick, we know where we need to take our actions. This ultimately, in my experience, not a medical professional, but this ultimately leads to depression. Because when you witness yourself not taking those brave actions, not putting the boundaries up with the people that you need to put the boundaries up with, not actually diving in and looking under the bonnet tearing back the curtain and seeing the evidence of your lack of action, when you don't do that, then you are proving to yourself every single day that you are not personally powerful. And that's what I did over a period of time, and it ultimately led to my depression. And then I discovered personal development and my life changed in a moment. It was amazing. So that's why I'm obsessed with passing it on to you guys. But because I had to have had such a smack in the face about why procrastination is so bad, I need to pass it on to you guys. And that's, like I said, is all your accounts avoidance is. It's not because you're lazy. It's not because you're lazy. Like, honestly, anyone who starts a business who also has a full-time NHS job is not lazy. You are not lazy. You are just scared. It's all fear. Procrastination is fear. And even when you're on your 3rd episode of The Crown, on the settee, watching Netflix, and you can't peel yourself off, and you have that low-level dread inside you, and you know that you need to submit your tax return on the 31st of January, even when you are thinking, oh, I can't be bothered, that's not laziness, that is fear. You are doing everything in your power to numb yourself from the reality that you know will be facing you, just as Nicola said. You know that there is a reality when you pull back the curtain, when you open up that email, when you look in that hideous, you have those kind of piles of sin. I call them, I can't remember, it's basically like piles of shame, that's it. Piles of shame in your house where you've got 13 invoices, and then there's also a reminder from HMRC that you need to submit your tax return, and you don't even know what it means, and you can't bear to look at it. And then there's another reminder, and then there's your, car insurance, and you know that maybe you can, you just don't even understand the terminology that all these people are using. And you allow that pile of shame to pile up and up and up. That is you numbing yourself by Netflix, or maybe you have a drink, or maybe you actually tell yourself, oh, I'm not business minded. That's numbing too. That's complete bullshit. People don't come out the womb business minded. That's bullshit. Yes, you have certain people like Tim who are who love entrepreneurship. That's something slightly different. Or maybe they're good at maths. Yes, there are some people who are naturally good at maths. But the only reason you aren't business minded in your eyes is because you started the first part of your career in the public sector. That's the only reason. It's just a pattern of behaviour enforced by the fact that you were working in the public sector. Be kind to yourself. Actually, this is not about you, the fundamentals of you. You are not broken. You are not broken. You are just a person who has been running a pattern for a while. And so, if you want to break that pattern, if you want to actually become the kind of business person about whom you're proud, if you want to be proud of yourself, if you want to say, bloody hell, I did it, I made a profit, then you must lay the foundations of your house well. And that comes by respecting your business enough to clean it. Now, you wouldn't not clean your house, would you? I know some of us are a bit more messy than others, but really, would you really not clean your toilet for 7 weeks? Or, would you not? In fact, if you only look at your accounts once a year when you are forced to, because you realise you're going to get fined by HMRC, would you not clean your toilet for a year? Would you? Would anyone not clean their toilet for a year? No. You wouldn't, because it would be so gross and it would be disrespectful. And the people who came and visited you, and the people who came to your house, and your friends and your partner, and they would not feel respected to think that you thought it was okay just to leave the toilet so scuzzy. And that's the same with your business. You need to bless your business. I'm not a religious person, but there's something about almost, anointing it, being as respectful enough of it. And you know what it's like? When you respect something, when you clean something, then you're more proud of it. Then you're more likely to actually invest more in it. So for example, I recently, as you guys know, well, if you follow me, you'll know that I do a tiny bit of exercise in the morning. And I've noticed, and also Tim and I have been eating fewer carbs just because Tim's on a keto diet. And I noticed that my very slight kind of abs have started to come through. And now that I've noticed my abs are slightly coming through, I'm like, ooh, what else can I do? Ooh, maybe I can have a boob job. Oh, must get my 12 serene. You know, you start to actually want to respect and bless the rest of your body, and your business is no different. If you don't respect it, if you don't bless it, it will come and shit on you from on high, and you will continue this terrible pattern. So, and when I say it'll come and shit on you, what I mean is you'll get a rude awakening when you realize that you are actually not only not in regular profit, in other words, you have made more than you've spent, also you will get to the point where you feel resentment towards your business. Because if you are in so much debt, in other words, you haven't made back the money that you used to train with, you will just resent it. And when you resent something again, you don't go around investing in it. You don't clean the toilet. You don't get the boob job. You don't respect the thing anymore because you just resent it. So this is going to be all about respect. And the solution to procrastination, as I learned when I climbed out of my depression in 2016, the solution to depression is one thing and one thing only. And that is small, brave actions. You need to dive in, girlfriend. Like literally there's no other way around it. You need to take those small actions that you're scared of with your accounts. You need to start blessing your business by actually writing down when you spend something. You need to actually open the veil on the thing that you fear. Now, the good news is you don't need to take big actions. Crucially, this live is not me telling you, wade in, please, and, go to that pile of shame. I want you to sort it out, every single thing in the pile of shame, by 9:45 tonight. Absolutely friggin' not. I know that's not the solution, because I know that once you look at the pile of shame, you probably run a mile. The solution here, you guys, is the solution to procrastination, the solution to fear, is to expose yourself little by little. It's like dipping your toe in the water when you go to Blackpool. This is the solution. It's not about running and doing a jump off the pier. It's about just dipping your toe in the water. So you guys know I've created Cliff Jump Academy. Cliff Jump Academy is like a process of really, 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 really making sure that you achieve it and do it and actually take those brave actions. But actually, you guys can have a very small little Cliff Jump Academy tonight just by committing to these 2 little actions that I am setting out for you. So, without further ado, let's talk it through. Love it. Okay, so if we accept that you are afraid of your accounts because you know, or you think, you don't know because in truth, that if you actually delve into the pile of shame, you think that what you will discover is that you weren't good enough all along. You think that you will discover the chains, the shackles, the absolute truth will suddenly come to brand you on the forehead, and you'll get a tattoo that says, business loser, I am not business minded. I thought I wasn't, and now I definitely am not because I've got a tattoo across my forehead. That's what you think will happen when you dive into the pile of shame and you find that yes, you are in debt. But actually, the truth is, you know you're in debt anyway. You know you are. You're not thick. You know you've been spending more than you've been making. And so this, or at least, let me just be clear as well, it's okay to spend more than you make if you have done that intentionally. So if you have made a deal with yourself that for X amount of time you're not going to be in profit and you're not going to pay yourself a wage and all that, then that's okay as long as you did that intentionally. It's not okay to do it blindly because that proves to your lizard brain that you are actually not personally powerful. So, and then you will have a flight or freeze response and you will not want to do anything about it. So let's do something about it. This is my proposal. And for those of you guys that are watching, I would just, with everything, every fiber in my body, I would encourage you to actually do this, because if you do this, it becomes your path to freedom. But it's so small, and it's freaky how small little actions can change everything. So let's do this. It's great for me actually, because as you guys know, I also have money mindset issues and I'm smashing them one at a time. And this Sunday just gone, for my personal finances, I took a couple of commitments and took a few actions on them. And this was one of them, which I want to share with you guys. I already shared on my Insta stories, but this is what I'm going to encourage you to do to bless your business, to respect your business. It's a small action that you can do just for January. So let's do this. This is what I've done, and I found it so incredibly powerful already. I got the idea from The Compound Effect, which is this amazing book by Youll, forgot his second name, but just Google it, The Compound Effect. Really, really, really recommend it on Audible. If anyone wants me to send it to them for free, let me know because I can refer you. I would really recommend it for everyone. It's not just about money mindset. It's not really, it's about everything, but it's amazing. So this is what I've been doing. Woo! So for the last week, I started on the 30th of December. I literally wrote down every single thing that I have spent. Both things that I've spent in shops that I know about, and also direct debits that just come out every month. And obviously, because it was the beginning of the month, quite a lot's gone out. It's like big old nursery fees gone out, council tax, you know, all of that. But what's so powerful about having this religion almost where you write down every single thing that you have spent, and you must do this in your business, this is what I'm encouraging you to do. It's so powerful because you aren't judging yourself. This is not about drawing conclusions. You aren't saying, oh God, I spent that, I'm a failure. You're just saying, you're just reserving judgment. You're just going to track it. You're just going to track it for this month. Let's just do it for the rest of January. For this rest of January, we're going to bless our business by tracking it, by showing ourselves what's going in and what's going out. So get yourself a piece of paper, a journal, whatever. It is slightly better. I got this one from Sainsbury's for £3.50 if anyone wants to copy my amazing pink leopard skin. And basically what you do is, I'm just actually, for my personal accounts, I'm just doing outgoings actually. I just thought I'd start there. But what I would super encourage you to do for your business, guys, is to do both ingoings and outgoings. And what's going to be super powerful about that is that you will notice when you've discounted people. And even if you've got a snazzy account system, please write it down, because it's a pain in the ass. It's not fearful, but it's a pain. Oh, gone. Hello. It's a pain in the ass, so you don't want to do it. And as a result, it encourages you to spend less, basically, and to actually, but more importantly, to be mindful of what you are spending and to be respectful of your business. So simple as, literally, on the first page of this book, or whatever you want to do, piece of paper, whatever, write down what you're spending on your business every single time you spend a penny. Even if it's just a parking ticket to go up to the salon and do your clinic, it needs to be written down here. We'll do this for January. I'm going to call this, should I call it bless your business, or should I call it respect your business? I want to call it bless your business. Let's do that. Whatever. Doesn't really matter. Respect your business, bless your business. And on the second page, you're going to write down your incomings. Now, you might not see that many clients. Fine, doesn't matter. Write down every single one. And by doing so, you will be saying to your lizard brain, the amygdala at the base of your brain, which is your emotional reaction center, the thing that is like your survival mechanism, the thing that makes you think that opening up your emails from your accountant is a saber-toothed tiger when it isn't. That's because it's running off old caveman software. It's running off that software that tells you that everything is a major threat to you, and it's going to end up in you, discovering you're not enough, and then you won't be able to have a business and all the rest of it. You need to overcome that old caveman software with the reality, which is that when you open that email, when you start writing this down, you won't die. Literally, you're not going to die. In fact, you're going to thrive. Because if you do this for a month, then the consequence for you is that you will actually no longer be unwilling to draw back the curtain and look at your finances. Because even if it doesn't because obviously this isn't sophisticated accounting software, like you're not going to know absolutely everything. You're not going to be able to do a profit and loss from this, but you will be able to say, okay, I made a loss this month. Okay, at least I understand it. At least I respect my business enough to know that. And then from there, you start to trust yourself, and you start to get confidence, and you start to think, do you know what? Ooh, maybe I'll do something else. Maybe I'll actually think, well, maybe I'll stop doing discounts, or maybe I will actually think, do you know what? I'm gonna like balls to Health Exchange. I'm gonna go and look at like Millennium or whatever pharmacy else that you're a bit scared to do because it's out of your comfort zone, but it might save you some dollar. That's the kind of thing that our lizard brain stops us from doing, that when we start to actually show it we're boss, it begins to look out for opportunities to do other things and to grow. And that's what happened. And what happened to me on Sunday was I started this whenever the 30th was, the Monday. And then from there, on Sunday gone, I only opened up eToro app and started buying shares, just a small amount. Literally, in fact, earlier today, I told him that I'd lost some money on my shares. And he was like, oh, yeah. And I was like, I don't mind. I literally don't mind that I lost money on my shares, because it's not about that. It's about beasting my money mindset and actually showing my lizard brain that I'm personally powerful. And he challenged me, and he was like, well, not really. I mean, your money mindset should be that you want to get some money. And I was like, yeah, I get that. And I think, it is important to make money clearly, but the first step is about exposing yourself by actually tracking your ingoings and your outgoings and actually going into the dark places where you fear. Every single time that you do something regarding your accounts in a way that you used to fear it, it doesn't need to be perfection. In fact, it shouldn't be perfection. Every time you do that, then you are smashing a mindset, a bad mindset that you had. So yes, Tim, I lost money on my shares, but that's actually good for me, because it means, and now I'm not fearful about it. I'm like, okay, it's fine. I only put a small amount in, so it's okay with me. Actually, it was about the action. So that's the first thing we're going to do. Who is up for it? If you committed to it earlier, that's fine, you've already committed. But anyone else watching this now, who is willing for the month of January just simply to track your incoming, oh God, there's been loads of comments. Oh God, I didn't actually notice them, sorry. To actually track down, oh yeah, so I've been writing down my January outgoings and ingoings in my diary. Yes, exactly, well done. Is that just for your business? Is that for your business or for your personal as well? So let me know, drop me a 4 in the comments below if you are willing to do this blessing your business exercise with me. You can do it in a really beautiful journal if you want, or whatever, just to kind of make sure that you actually do it. Let me know dropping a 4 below if you're up for doing this challenge with me, and I'll talk about it on Mindset Warriors and we can big each other up. So the next thing that I want us to do is, at the end of our blessing our business exercise, we are gonna celebrate success, and we are gonna celebrate success with something of monetary value. Now, if you are feeling super stretched at the moment, you have nothing that's of monetary value that you don't want to go out and get yourself a massage, or you don't want to celebrate by getting a bottle of Prosecco or whatever, that's fine. So what you're going to do instead is, and this is a tip I got from Denise Duffield Thomas, which is an amazing book called Get Rich Lucky Bitch. She recommends that as part of smashing your money mindset, that you treat yourself with the things that you already have that you deem special and you only get out for special occasions. So for example, the example that she used, which doesn't really work for me because I don't really have this, but let's say that you have a pair of bra and pants that are your special bra and pants that you only wear for weekends away or whatever. Get them out. Actually celebrate the success of doing this by treating yourself in a monetary way. In other words, actually say, right, I respected my business enough, and now even if I've not made the money, I'm just going to get out the thing that I deem to be special, and I'm going to celebrate. So another example, maybe you've got posh glasses, in your glass cabinet. You've got all the normal IKEA ones that you use once a week or whatever, and now you've got the maybe a little bit more special ones that you don't want to break, and maybe at the back of the cupboard. Get them out at the end of your money mindset blessing challenge, where you write down your ingoings and your outgoings for the month of January for your business, and then drink a glass of water, whatever it is. Even if you haven't got the money, drink something out of it that makes you feel special. Celebrate success. So I don't know what day it is, the 31st of January. Oh shit, I'm in America. Oh, but it's fine. I can totally just speak to you guys when I'm still in America. In fact, I'll probably be talking to you all the time. I'm going to a marketing conference. Check me out. So I will do something on the 31st of January. I will celebrate success. I'll raise a glass of I'm going to Tennessee. What do they drink in Tennessee? Where am I going? Nashville. What do they drink in Nashville? JD. I'll drink a JD and Coke. And you can drink whatever you're going to do, but either spend a little bit of money on yourself, like £3 for another journal or something like that, or use your posh stuff. Go ahead and use your posh stuff, okay? So that's what we're going to do as a celebration at the end. And then the final task that we're going to do to smash our money mindset in the area of accounts, to actually go under the bonnet and actually look at our accounts and start tracking it. The final thing that we're going to do is we are going to write down 3 things that you are going to, 3 reasons why you should do this. 3 reasons why you should bless your business by actually respecting it enough to write down your incomings and your outgoings. Okay? So the reason I'm suggesting this is a challenge is because I did this myself, and I've actually, I wish I brought it now. It's too far away, it'll take ages. In my mirror upstairs that I do my makeup with in the morning, I have written down, literally just on a piece of paper, I've written down, it's actually 5 things, 5 reasons why I want money in my life, why I want abundance in my life, why I want excess in my life. Because I realized, as I shared last week, that I had a real mindset issue around excess. I felt like I didn't deserve excess. So I've written down 5 things, 5 reasons. For example, one of them was, the first one is that I want to inspire you guys. So that's incredibly juicy to me. It's a great motivation. I want to inspire you guys. I want to provide certainty for Tim, because Tim's money mindset issues are a bit different to mine. Like, he comes from a background of maybe not having certainty around money, especially when they immigrated. So I would like to bless him by bringing in more money so that we can be more certain. And so that was the second reason. What was my other reasons? Oh yeah, I really think that, you know, when you get money and you just feel a bit kick-ass. I want that feeling. I want that. Woo! I just love it when I have a new dress or something like that at work, particularly at work, and I feel a bit woo! So yeah, that's another reason that I want abundance. Oh yeah, experiences with kids. So I want to have beautiful experiences with the kids. So there's a few reasons, but I wrote them down on my mirror. So this is what I'm going to encourage you guys to do as this final action that's going to help you bless your business. You're going to write down 3 things that doing this will give for you. Or you could do the same as what I've done if you want, just to keep it simple. You could just have 3 things that money is going to give you. Ideally, feelings, that are really juicy. Don't just write down oh, money is going to give me a new hat or something. That might not get you moving unless you really, really, really want that hat. It's about how is it going to make you feel? So it's your 3 whys. So you can do that with money, or you can do that with why you're going to do this, whatever. It doesn't matter, but it's about blessing money and about blessing your business, and realizing that if you don't respect your business enough by noting down the outgoings and incomings, then basically it's not going to look pretty, is it? A few years time, if you don't even know whether your business is working, i.e. it's profitable, which is the definition of business working, then it is obviously not going to go well, is it? So 3 tasks, and drop me a 4 if you are willing to do even just one of them. Oh yay, some people are doing it. Amazing. Oh, who's doing it? Let's honor you guys. It's about the first step, okay? So 3 things, and what I'll do is I'll go back into my live and I'll comment with the 3 actions, and then I'll talk about it a lot. So if you guys get involved with the business blessing exercise, then we can hook up about it. Maybe I'll do a hashtag or something. So 3 things you are going to write down, simple as. Don't worry about it. Don't get it complicated. Just from today onwards, write down every single thing you spend on your business and every single piece of money you make on your business. Don't worry about profit and loss or anything like that. Just write down the actual, I took £150 for 3 areas of Botox, whatever. Just write it down. Then we'll tally it up, obviously, at the end. And the next thing is, when you have finished doing this exercise, you do not have to have made a profit. You do not have to have done the exercise well or anything like that. You just need to have done it. Write down every single thing. We're going to respect ourselves at the end by celebrating, by either spending a small amount of money to bless ourselves because we did our challenge, or we're going to use something posh in our life that we'd never normally use our posh glass to drink something out of, or our posh knickers and bra set. We're gonna crack it out and use it. And then the final thing we're gonna do this is actually really important, I think, because otherwise you might lose motivation, is you're gonna write down and stick it on your mirror. You're gonna write down and stick it on your mirror 3 things, 3 experiences, 3 beautiful feelings, 3 motivations, 3 things that this is gonna give you. Either this exercise or just money and abundance. And that way you will start to see money as not a dirty thing and not something you need to hide from. Okay, my loves? Now that I really appreciate, I'm just reflecting on this live, and that actually maybe some of you guys turned up wanting accounting advice, I'm never going to give you super practical advice, guys, because success in business is 80% mindset and 20% strategy. Like, yes, I can give you that in different forums, but not here, you guys. Here, I'm going to kick your ass and make you realize that actually the things you fear, the places you shield yourself from, those things that you feel dirty about, those things you feel shame about, those things that you're just balls out scared of, those are the areas that you need to tackle most, because they show you where your fears are. And wherever your fears are, you need to at the very least go and sniff them out and understand them better. So my loves, if you are watching this afterwards, then if you're watching this on the replay, drop me a 4. I love seeing that you guys interacting with my lives, but particularly I want to see you guys committing to doing this task. It's so friggin' simple. Just get a piece of paper and write down, ideally a book so you can bring it around with you, and write down everything you spend on your business and everything you make on your business this month. He says, I always put them off, lol. Accounts, this must mean, but I write my income in my diary. Amazing. I always take the cost of treatment and put it aside, plus about 10% for training and sundries. Ugh! Love it. This can get a little complicated when some pay cash, some pay card. For new starters, my advice is when you do a treatment, take away the cost of the treatment and split the remainder 50-50 and invest the 50% in stock and training. Oh! You are just loving it. Love that advice. Yes. So yeah, but if you're already rocking out, like, I'd be interested to know, like, what area are you? Like, maybe you just come because you're rocking out and you just want to just see me talk about it. But I'd be interested to know, I think you put something earlier. I can't remember. Anyway, let me know if there's any areas of deficit and then I can help you. Drop me an inbox. All right, my loves. So just give me one more emoji to let me know that you're in with this. Drop me a heart. Just do everyone, all of you now, press me a little heart or press me a little thumbs up or whatever, just to let me know that you're going to take some kind of action in this area. Because this is the time. If you're feeling even 1% inspired right now, this is the time. Because if you leave it one more day, I promise you it'll be gone. Like, the moment will be gone. You won't be thinking about me anymore. You won't have me on your shoulder. You'll just be like, have the devil on your shoulder, the lizard brain crawling around telling you that accounts are evil. They're not. Accounts are business. Accounts is the lifeblood running through your business, and you need to respect it, because if you want to be in business in 3 years' time, then you should bless it with accounts. Okay, my darlings? Let me know. Oh, show me, drop me inboxes and things like that. Tag me in pictures of your journals that you're going to write it in. It doesn't need to be, it could just be like I carry around that journal from my personal development stuff, but I also, I've just got like a pucker pad, with like stuff on it. So any old scuzzy piece of paper, whatever. I've also got my gratitude journal that I started writing. That's a story for another time. Drop me a line to show me that you're going to do this, because honestly, there's no freaking point in watching me if you aren't going to take action. And I promise you that everything, all of your dreams, all of your hopes are on the other side of small, brave actions. Take care, my beauties. Thank you so much for your time. And I'll see you next Thursday for more money mindset ass kicking. And I'll do a poll next week to ask you guys what I should kick your ass about next time. Take care, darlings. Mwah! Drop me a 2 if you watch on the replay.